G'day, this is Captain Noob and this is the Svu Sniper, a highly customizable DMR type weapon which we will use in this video. So this is part of a 2-weapon pack. One is the MP443 Gratch, which is a little pistol, and obviously you get this weapon here. Now Svu Sniper is a kind of weird name. I thought that SVU was a cop show on the TV, but we'll get into the attachments here. So we'll take this all the way up to Advanced Receiver. That'll give us 341 damage, which is definitely nothing to be stiffed at. So there's not a lot going on for the stock or the barrel here, or the magazine. That stays standard as it is, but we can change the sight here. So we've got a choice between irons, aerotech, PSO scopes, and a couple of different variants of them. You know what, we'll go ahead and chuck on the aerotech, and then as we get on to longer ranges with Swan, we'll go ahead and chuck on a scope. But we'll chuck on the suppressor of that because we get enhanced damage, and it'll keep us nice and silent so we can be nice and stealthy. Also, you get an obligatory damage layer with this if it's not quite doing it for you. We won't touch this, but if you're playing on a high difficulty and are used to this thing doing a little bit more damage, then possibly you want to change that. And lastly, you can put a legendary effect on this, which we won't. We'll test it as is, as how we've got it now, so let's get into it. Now, my biggest question about this weapon is how it fit in balance-wise, and before we get into that, here's the reload animation. Pretty neat, hey? So yeah, not a lot of bullpup animations are around these days for Fallout 4 that I've seen, so a pretty good one there. So there's our aerotech sight there. As you can tell, the reticule for it is actually pretty badly contrast. Like if you was firing at something like that, it'd be a little bit confusing as to what I'm shooting at. But there you go, we can kill those gunners in one shot as soon as we get them. And if I could get my aim properly going, we could take this dude out too. But it's a little bit hard when we've got turrets giving us all the screen shake in the world. So we'll go ahead and try to shoot this bloke here. Nah, you know what, we'll deal with him later. We're in danger now, so there's no point of sneaking. Then we'll go up and kill that raid there, the gunner there, with a bit of spam fire, I suppose. Nailed that dude once in the head and did quite a bit of damage, so good on you, SVU. Knock out these turrets, and then from our good vantage point up here, we'll take out those gunners there. My aim will get better, don't worry guys, one day. So we'll take out the one that I've already shot. Maybe that isn't the one, but she's almost dead anyway, so alright, she's popping a stim pack. Alright, we'll have to deal with this turret first. Knocked it out, one shot, very good. Now you know what, we'll get nice and close and personal. And as you can see, the hip fire on this thing isn't actually too bad either, so that's good at going for it. Granted, I do have steady aim, and it's probably not a... Wow, you went flying across the floor, didn't you? Yeah, I've got a steady aim, which gives you a lot better hip fire. Not a lot of people would probably get that perk, not really hard to prioritize, but still does alright. See if we can bash it to death. There we go. And it looks like this thing has really good bash damage on it. That might be something that the weapon sort of has. Could be a coincidence, but usually you don't hit them that hard when it comes to gun bashing, and the turrets are still bouncing along the floor for some reason. Also a Gatling laser. Neat. We are hidden, aren't we? So we can go ahead and take these dudes out. Now, with a semi-auto weapon, you're going to have to use a little bit more of your aiming ability to actually hit things. That's why I'm currently failing, because I'm super lazy when it comes to aim. Might as well call myself Captain Vats at this point, if you catch my drift. But with our nice and sneaky stealthiness, we can sort of wait until they stand still before we rain hell on them. Also, what is that Gauss Rifle? Mighty Gauss Rifle. Not bad. We'll regain our sneaking as we come around the corner. Make sure we one-shot this bloke here. Goodbye, gunner. And the last bullet in the mag, and gets us through. So this thing uses 308 rounds, which, if aren't used in this, or basically combat rifle and hunting rifle are the only ones that use these things. And you probably wouldn't want to be using a pipe bolty because they're just a lot weaker and aren't really that useful, unless you've got the gunslinger perk with the sniper sort of scopes and... Oh, okay, we're in danger now. So one shot to the head gets her nice and Ooh, okay. There we go. Gets it nice and mutated in one shot, which is neat. And we'll take out the turret, and that is about it for Gunner's Plaza. So I think in terms of balance, this thing sits in a nice sweet spot between the hunting rifle and the Gauss Rifle. That it's semi-auto and does a pretty good job at taking down targets where there's good damage. I think this is very well balanced indeed, and will give you plenty of power. Let's chuck a scope on and move on to Swan. Alrighty, Swan's down over there. We've got a PSO scope on this Svu Sniper, so let's go and start hitting him. So he's being attacked by something down there. Something to the effect of raiders, rust devils. You might have actually just finished him off, so good on you, Swan. And we can go on a third person here, and you can see that the reload is also a third person animation too, which is really, really good. So while Swan's standing there, we'll just shoot him in his face, and we can knock him down using the sniper effect because we've got a scope on a semi-automatic weapon, which is absolutely the most overpowered thing about any sort of semi-automatic scoped weapon that you can have firing at that speed. But there goes Edgar once again, and this thing is awesome with a scope as well as a holographic sight. Looks like we've got something of a ghoul down there. Yep. Why is it always feral ghoul reavers who intrude on this? Never mind. We'll move on to another monster. Righto, there's the Wendigo down there, and a couple of weapon things you could, or attachments you could chuck onto this. Obviously we've got enough scopes and everything, but sort of missing out on the grips and everything like that, so maybe for the mags and stuff you could have a quick eject mag for something like that. For the barrels you could have like a longer barrel or maybe a heavy barrel, and wow, what's his problem? He just gave up. Yeah, you could just, instead of having just a standard barrel as an option, you could have a long barrel, a heavy barrel, maybe a lighter barrel, all that sort of thing. Yes, for the mag, just a quick eject mag, or maybe a high capacity mag, maybe a little drum tucked under there, that'd be good. And as for the receiver, maybe, or maybe the stock, you could probably have like a little bit of padding there, maybe. A couple of makeshift springs, maybe. But yeah, something to give this thing a little bit more attachment, will make it a little bit more fun to talk about using, because obviously your options with it would be greater. But we'll move on to another monster now. Alright, so now we're in the daylight, it's time to take on that giant Mirelurk Overlord dude back there, so we'll just hit him in the face once he's nice and turned around, and that's him to wake up Mr. Lobster over there. We'll end him nice and quickly, and then we'll just fire all of our bullets directly into the Overlord there. So he's crawling at us, not entirely fast, but we get to knock him down there. We do a bit of damage as he's down, but that long ass reload is certainly not doing us any favours, so not sure where he thinks he wants to go, but his AI is definitely not doing him any favours now, so he's going to turn around and run that way. I think your best course of action would be to take cover in the water there, so looks like you've ragdolled into it, so probably want to get rid of you. Alright, now we're in danger. Now that we are in an actual fight with him, let's go and attack his face a little bit. We'll do a little bit of crit spamming, haven't really done this thing much in VATS, so let's see how we go with a crit. Pretty damn good damage, considering that this guy's got multiple thousands in the hit points department, so good on you, SVU, you're actually really doing well. So we're going to wait for him to resurface again, and we'll take him out when he does that. Or maybe I knocked him down in the water, that's why he's sort of staying there. Nevertheless, there he is. Just got to take him out with that beautiful sniper knockdown effect, and hopefully we can get it again before he does that. Looks like we can't, but we can slow-mo reload and VATS exploit, and then target his face some more. No, just let me target his face. There we go. Crit the face, knock out a few teeth. Now we'll give him a black eye, and hopefully that'll end him. Not quite. Got another crit going. Don't worry about that hit. We've got VATS defense. Did absolutely nothing, and we leveled up straight away from it anyway, so we're good. So that's about it for the Svu Sniper. If you'd like to see this weapon in your game, be sure to check out the description below. It should be down there. I think this one is for PC and maybe Xbox One only, so sorry PS4 players. Yeah, external assets, I know, I get it. I was a PS4 player before I came to the glory of PC too, so don't worry. I'll have more PS4 content out, and since I missed yesterday, I'll be posting a video after work. Thank you for watching, guys.